The Genshin Impact girls are waifu material. With the recent release of Genshin Impact, it took the world by storm with its incredible soundtrack and amazing cast of waifus, with even more to come. With that, here are my reasons why the Genshin Impact girls are waifu material. Mondstadt Edition. Our first selection from the City of Wind, we have Jean, head of the Favonius Knights and acting Grandmaster of Mondstadt. Basically, she's the boss around these parts. Appearance-wise, she's got a nice pair of grayish-blue eyes and long platinum blonde hair, tied in a ponytail. She wears a half-sized cape along with a detachable collar. This is then paired with a corset top and arm sleeves. The most notable part of her outfit is her blindingly white jeans. Rhea as the 5-star Dandelion Knight. She wields a regular sized sword and specializes in tossing people around with her Animo skill. Her burst ability is also really good for healing the team. She's got a mother-like side to her, as she's often the one looking after Klee, but more on that later. You can definitely tell that Jean's admired by many, especially Ellen, the aspiring knight. During Venti's side quest, we spot that Ellen's imaginary friend looks just like Jean, as she one day hopes to be as strong as her. She's definitely the responsible type, devoted to keeping Mondstadt safe. You can often see her exhausted and pushing herself to the limit. That's why in her story quest, we had to bail her out numerous times. Meanwhile, the rest of the Favonius Knights and Diluc threw her a huge appreciation party. Speaking of Diluc, they seem to have some kind of history together, as you can practically cut the tension with a knife.
Wow, this is really awkward.
Next, we have the most enthusiastic character in Genshin Impact, who for some reason is the only outrider in the entire city. I'm talking about Amber.
Amber, outrider for the Knights of Favonius.
Known as the gliding champion of Mondstadt, she's had her gliding license revoked on multiple occasions, and has quite an appetite on her.
Amber, you look like you're about to burst into tears. Whatever is the matter?
2 things. 1, this sweet madame. 2, this sticky honey roast.
Which is now a favorite of Paimon's.
Sticky honey roast!
Combat-wise, she's the very first fire and bow user we get, with some amazing abilities that... oh, who am I kidding? As the one character consistently at the bottom of everyone's tier list, almost nobody actually uses Amber. Well, you could probably use her for extended gliding, lighting up puzzles, and to my surprise, breaking ice shields in Spiral Abyss. Her character design is absolutely adorable, with a rustic feel to it. On her head, she's got a pair of riding goggles and a red bow tied like bunny ears. On her lower section, she wears some really short shorts and thigh highs, revealing just a tiny bit of skin in between. It's pretty distracting, to be honest.
Hi travelers, it's me, Amber. It's been a while. You miss me?
You can tell just by her voice that her enthusiasm knows no bounds. With big brown eyes full of hope and strong thighs able to stand the abuse of the community, it's no wonder that Amber's one of the poster girls for Genshin Impact.
Don't forget this time, okay? It's a date. That's all for now. Bye-bye.
Now we have Lisa, the head librarian of the Favonius Knights. She's an intellectual witch that can't get enough naps, but knows how to get the job done. Her story quest was mainly about fetching the overdue library books, and she can be quite convincing.
Let's have a little chat with Sarah about her library book.
I'm so sorry, Lisa. I will bring it to the library myself as soon as I finish work.
She does have a thing for food too, but a witch needs to keep her figure. Lisa's outfit is quite unique. She has large purple dress that's cut right at the hips, there to show off her long legs covered in lace stockings. This is all topped off with a giant purple witch hat, perfect for those sunny days. In combat, she can be a bit fragile due to her low HP, but she makes up for this by being able to shoot lightning from her fingertips, and casting lightning bolts on everyone in the vicinity. One way to describe Lisa would be, mature.
Oh, it's you, little cutie.
Oh, and don't forget her lewd climbing sounds from her Japanese VA, Rie Tanaka. Next we have Barbara, the deaconess of the Favonius Church and the closest thing to an idol, with her signature catchphrase.
Go, Barbara, go!
She's definitely a cute one with her grayish blue eyes and long blonde hair. And who could forget that lovely voice of hers? Something unexpected from Barbara is her distinct love for Tsueyun chilies.
But I always add some bright red.
Red? Let me guess. Tomatoes. No, watermelon.
Chilies. I add chili peppers.
So much so that she even created her very own spicy energy drink.
Are you tired? Try my new spicy energy drink. I'm sure it'll wake you up.
Now if you play as Barbara, you're probably familiar with this.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Now if you're clueless like me, it's Jean. All the signs pointed to it. The eyes, the hair, and the time Barbara was acting all tsundere during Jean's story mission.
Oh, you think so? I mean, she's the acting grandmaster and all, and we can't have her collapsing all the time now, can we? So you know, it's not like this is a personal thing. It's just out of love for concern for the greater good. Yes, that's it.
In combat, her abilities scale off her HP, thus making her a tank. As a caster, she literally shoots water from her hands and has an E ability that heals you and gets you wet. If there was any waifu that could get you to go to church, it would be Barbara. Next we have Venti, the amazing bard named after a Starbucks drink size. Delicate as a dandelion, fair as the animal wind, the personification of feminine grace, and a dude. Yes, I'll say it again, Venti is a dude. If you fell for the trap at first, no one can blame you for falling for those big blue eyes and awesome blue hair braids. To be fair, he is voiced by Erica Harlacher in the English dub, so I'll let this one slide. In combat, he wields a bow and is probably the best animal character, with the ability to pull in enemies and create wind currents for the team to fly in. Despite Paimon constantly calling him tone-deaf bard, you gotta admit that he's a great musician, even if he is a bit of a freeloader, often found leeching dandelion wine in Diluc's tavern.
I'm keeping count of this bard's alarming pace of progress through my wine. When he sobers up, I will present him with the bill.
Diluc, you're a meanie.
I'm joking.
Venti's quite mischievous. Upon first meeting him, he convinces us to steal the Holy Lyre, a major crime in Mondstadt, then later returning it in a state that almost made Barbara faint.
The Holy Lyre! Lord Barbados! Even if I atone for these sins for the rest of my life, it would still not be enough!
Fortunately, Venti has a lot of magic up his sleeves, albeit temporary magic.
How could this Holy Lyre, but how?
Huh? Let Paimon see.
No. I don't know how you managed to fix it, but you'll never touch the lyre again.
Lastly, let's not forget his meme-worthy conversation with Paimon in the Japanese dialogue. Next we have Klee. Hold on, someone's at the door.
What makes me a good demo man? If I were a bad demo man, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you now, would I?
Believe it or not, this T-pose running little munchkin is a certified knight. Known as the Spark Knight, she's rumored to be the strongest fighter in all of Mondstadt, even stronger than Diluc. This little pyromaniac can drop all sorts of bombs on her enemies and can even fire out lasers, dealing AoE pyro damage. Her only weakness? Jean.
Klee, you know the consequences.
Entrusted by Alice to take care of her daughter, Jean is responsible for Klee's behavior, forcing her to discipline Klee in the process. But once her jail time's up, it's back to the races for Klee to continue to have fun and spread her legend, dealing AoE pyro damage. Next up, we have Noelle. While not an official knight yet, she dreams of becoming one and currently works as a maid for the Knights of Favonius. And as a dutiful maid should, she's always poised and concerned with helping others. She's pretty much dressed as a combat maid, wearing an apron-designed red skirt along with white armor plates lined with bronze. As a Geo user, she specializes in creating elemental shields for the team and can heal while attacking with her barrier up. Although somewhat short in stature, she wields a massive claymore that's almost as big as her, and it gets even bigger when she uses her elemental burst. Talk about overcompensating. Now we have Fischl, the eccentric electro-based archer that refers to herself as a
Prinzessin der Verirrtelang.
Dressed in a gothic-inspired black-purple dress, she strangely wears an eye patch and her stockings don't match for some reason. A lot of people classify her as a chunibyo, a term used to describe delusional behavior, especially in young adults. Fischl often likes to talk in an unusual manner, making it difficult for people to understand her sometimes. Fortunately, her Night Raven companion Oz is fluent in the language of commoners. She tends to use dated English terms while mixing it with a few German words, but turns out Fischl isn't even her real name. During one of the early Chinese trailers, we learned that her real name is actually Ami or Amy, when her dad calls her in for dinner. Considered to be one of the best 4 stars out there, she has excellent combat skills and really knows her way around the bow. You'll probably notice that she likes to do a JoJo pose between each shot. Besides the cool fighting style, she can also summon her stand or even transform into the Night Raven, raining death on those who oppose her. Next we have Sucrose, a bit of a curious one. She's an alchemist with an appetite for knowledge, working together with the Knights of Favonius, where she focuses on bioalchemy. Dressed in a blue outfit with thigh-high stockings, so far she's the only character that wears glasses and light green hair. In combat, she's an animal caster, useful for blowing away enemies and pulling them in for crowd control and elemental reactions. If you're a seasoned player, you'll probably noticed that she doesn't show up early in the story, probably because she works for the Fatui. Next, we have Mona, the astrologist. She's quite famous in the community for her thick, Lumine and Paimon knows what's up. Her outfit is quite different from the rest, essentially wearing a pair of full-size stockings underneath a corset. She covers up her shoulders with a cape and wears a giant mage hat. Following her own set of rules, she's resolved to never use astrology for profit, which explains why she's broke all the time. It's hilarious how prideful she can be. Like that time she stole her quest money, then had the nerve to treat us to a meal, knowing that's all she had, and we made her pay for it.
All of them? We only have 3. No, 2.5 people? Isn't that too much food?
That's not how you count it. Besides, Paimon hasn't even ordered yet.
I'd just like to ask, how much do the current dishes cost in total?
Around 20,000 mora.
Then I'll just have some vegetarian noodles, please.
In combat, she too can shoot water from her fingertips, and her E-skill is a taunt that gets everyone wet. Her burst ability is great too for helping other teammates deal more damage. However, the best part is her dash ability. Mona has the amazing ability to become a puddle of water and glide along the ground, and she can even cross water like this. Mona has proven on multiple occasions that she can see the future and detect people's intentions, like those bandits pretending to be friendly.
You've pushed it too far, brat. I don't know how you found out, but as long as we get rid of you, no one will have to know.
At least now you can believe that Mona is the real thing when it comes to astrology. Last of all, we have the honorary knight Lumine, the default name for the female main character. In combat, she wields a regular sword and has the unique ability to switch elements when she resonates with the statues. Eventually, she'll be able to master all the elements and play the flex role in the team. As seen by the amount of quests assigned in this game, you can say that Lumine is a generally helpful person, especially when Mora's involved. During dialogue, she can be as sassy or polite as you want.
And this mascot, what's the deal with it?
Hey, that's even worse than being a mascot.
She wears a halter-top white dress laced with light blue accents. Accompanying her long blonde hair are her golden yellow eyes and a gentle smile full of hope. In the main story, she goes through a lot, all for the sake of being reunited with her brother, whom she cares for very much. Oh, you're wondering where's my list for Paimon? Well, I did say this is a video about waifus, not the food channel. So what do you think about these Genshin Impact waifus? Will you be moving into Mondstadt? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and who your favorite Genshin Impact waifu is.